Good morning. Why does this ever work? Let's finally get it done one time. I'm David McGard. This is Property Value. Let's talk real estate. Got Kristen along with me.
Good morning, everybody.
Right here. It's January 25th, South Florida. We're in Miami, Brickell Ave. Let's talk real estate.
Well, let's just go ahead and get right into it. This is coming in from Globe Street. Appraisers are struggling to assign value to office properties.
Haha.
So
Are they?
They are.
Let's hear. Who wrote this?
This is coming from Globe Street. Kelsey Marie Borland is the one that wrote the article. Commercial real estate appraisers are finding challenges assigning value to office properties due to massive uncertainty in the sector. The pandemic has created additional complexities for commercial appraisers assigning value to office assets as uncertainty exists in the market. Destabilizing occupancy and uncertainty around future office demand are at the heart of the challenges. So, the uncertainty of future office uses has disrupted standard assumptions about assets. The process to review lease and occupancy data has not changed. However, there has been noted that many market concessions are up. In order to maintain face rents and attract new tenants, landlords are providing more free rent and greater tenant improvements than pre-pandemic. Extended free or reduced rental periods have been seen in order to persuade tenants to sign a new lease. The future of these challenges hangs into the answer of the commercial real estate industry's new favorite question: will employees return to the office? We can say here that as long as the effects of the pandemic persist and office demand remains in a state of flux, the future recovery of the sector will remain somewhat in a mystery. So, pretty much uncertainty is really high right now in the office markets. As long as people on to whether or not people are going to be coming into work, kind of like what we were talking about with Wells Fargo a couple of episodes back, that they were saying, oh, we're going to be coming in, everybody's going to be coming into work at this time, and then it got pushed back, and then it got delayed, and now people are more wanting to work remotely. So a lot of those factors are making a lot of uncertainty within the office sector of the commercial real estate industry.
Maybe.
Well, at least of what we can see from the article.
What you read from the article.
Yeah.
We work in Brickell, we work in the financial district in Miami, and we work in a high-rise. We're coming from you right now. The studio, the office is in a high-rise office tower, and we see. When I started coming back to the office, I don't know, a year and a half ago. Now it's full. There's our floor is full. I don't know about the other floors. And in the morning, there's a lot of people, and in the evening when we're leaving, there's a lot of people, and we see a lot of people at the lunch spots downstairs on the
We're playing pool.
And so I would think the majority here in Miami anyways, I can only speak for here, they're coming back. And I think that's a good segue to, let's see, can bring this up, which is the office market data for Miami-Dade, and there's 110 million of square foot supply today, currently, up 0.9% from last year. They are building office space in Miami. A big spot is downtown, and we see a lot of office buildings going up in Wynwood. Under construction is down. For the last 12 months, there was 3 million square feet built, which is what is 3 million? 3 million of 110 million, almost 3%. They built almost 3% of the current supply in the last 12 months. The absorption, 12-month absorption, is up 230%. So people have to be going back, or if they're not going back, they're signing leases in Miami. This is only Miami-Dade that you see on the screen right now. Vacancy rate in Miami-Dade 10% across the county, and that's across all classes. So I remember reading, we were talking about something yesterday, and they spoke of the vacancy rate in Miami-Dade was like, they said like, I don't know, 14% or something like that.
Right.
So here I am pulling it up right here. It's 10%. So that was wrong, whatever that article was. It's 10% across Miami-Dade. I had a little
hiccup there.
Jolt right there. The market rent is $40, almost $41. That's up almost 5% year over year. So market rate is up. Vacancy is at 10%. Sale price is up almost 7% to $340 a square foot across all classes, up 7%. Market cap rate, 6%. Overall classes. This is the office market in Miami-Dade that I'm speaking of. So when you hear these articles that are written, uncertainty, I guess it's a national article, but here we're looking at Miami-Dade, and we know the article that I read yesterday that was talking about Palm Beach, the Wall Street of the South, has better numbers than Miami-Dade because in Miami-Dade we're building more, and Broward's building more. So, the rents are incrementally going up, but they are going up, and they're going up faster in Palm Beach. So, uncertainty.
I think you're right. I think it's a national level because the way they address it is they don't say South Florida market. They just say the market. So I think it's just talking about it more as a complete overview rather than just being like, okay, specifically in South Florida, it is going to be, there is high certainty levels. I was just looking at it again. And for example, it just says office assets as uncertainty exists in the market. So I think you're right. I think it's just a national base level on it.
Yeah, because I don't see uncertainty here.
No, here is actually
10%, $340 a square foot, up 7% year over year, $40, almost $41. Rental rates up almost 5% year over year. Sounds pretty strong here. Miami-Dade. All right, nation. I guess you gotta, catch up.
Something that I think is pretty interesting is that yesterday, the city of Miami actually just announced that they were going to be reopening South Beach, specifically Ocean Drive.
Closed.
Well, Ocean Drive was closed off. You couldn't drive through it. So Ocean Drive reopens. Traffic.
I think they should leave it closed.
Really?
Yeah, they should leave it closed, expand. They should do it more like a Lincoln Road here in Miami, or like an open concept with let the sidewalk just take over the road. We don't need that road there anymore. I mean, that's just it just bottlenecks anyways. It's just traffic. People are trying. You're dining outside, and then you have these loud motorcycles or car exhaust, and I just think that it's prettier with no cars. Let the pedestrians walk down the thing. Let kids be on their skateboards and skateboard down.
And just chill.
People on their bikes. There's a bike path and stuff like that. But go ahead. What's the article say?
No, it just pretty much says that Ocean Drive has been closed since May of 2020 and has helped restaurants recover from the COVID-19 pandemic by addressing seating in the roadway to help maintain social distancing and increase order seating options. Traffic will now be allowed to travel one way southbound between 13th and 5th Street.
I love how they have to be PC and put that in there. We're helping social distancing.
Yeah. It's really trying to help people just kind of live by more than anything.
Oh yeah, your social distancing when your waiter walks up to your table. How is that social distancing? When the chefs work right beside each other, how is that social distancing? It's ridiculous. Social distancing is a fraud. I think it is. Whatever.
Just to finish it off real quick, it's also going to allow a two-way bike path painted in green on the east side and the west side for valet and loading. I'm I'm not gonna lie, I completely agree with you. I much prefer it closed off, and traffic not being able to go there. It's kind of a maybe a pain to get like parking every now and again, but like you said, it just makes it much like it just makes it more appealing
You're
to
never
go.
parking on Ocean Drive. There's no parking.
No.
Like even when I lived on South Beach forever. I live
Mhm.
in Brooklyn now, but I lived in South Beach forever. And on the weekends or the heavy traffic days, you're not parking on Ocean Drive. People sit bumper to bumper to like
Mhm.
take a look at Ocean Drive. Even it's ridiculous. And if you're from here, you don't ever drive down Ocean Drive.
No.
It's it's a complete tourist thing, and then it's just a congestion trap. And even when people get into it, like tourists and what have you, it's not that enjoyable.
No, because like you mentioned, you have those traffic, and then you're just trying to, even if you're just trying to like show your family, you just want to get out, like because it's just you're so clustered in,
It's
and
a
you're
better
like,
walk.
that's the thing is like
It's
now,
more enjoyable.
it's like if I have some family that just came, and they were like, oh, we want to go see Ocean Drive, and I'm like, sure, let's go do it, because now you could just
You're like, why?
I'm like, let's go ahead, and I'll take them to like maybe South Point, just park there, and then we'll just walk to Ocean Drive, or and we'll have that entire area open.
Yeah, South Point is way nicer than Ocean Drive, especially now. What else did it say?
No, that was just it. I was.
Do they have a date or what?
No, it's just in the first time it's going to be opening up. Beach reopened to vehicles on traffic on Monday morning, so hopefully, we'll see how that turns out. Maybe all the businesses kind of come together and
I know
talk
they've been
about it.
trying to do things there for years. Like they've tried to change. It's a big noise ordinance. They
Mhm.
tried to change how what was the closing time for restaurants?
The
What was the
alcohol
closing
too.
time for bars?
Hmm.
They've really tried to. I guess there's a big lobbyist trying to kind of compress what goes on at Ocean Drive. I mean, Ocean Drive when I came here in the '90s, Ocean Drive was cool, but it's just I don't know. It's dirty. There's no like great restaurants on
Hmm.
it. There's no. I mean, Ocean Drive. The reason to go to Ocean Drive is to look towards the ocean, and you have like the nice walkway. You have the nice like volleyball courts.
Hmm.
Like that aspect of Ocean Drive, they've really made the beach in that pleasurable.
Hmm.
But like the actual Ocean Drive with the current restaurants and the current I don't know shops, man, that it needs a facelift. Anyways, a place that doesn't need a facelift, it's getting a facelift as we speak, is Wynwood. It says related group, W5, I guess that's the other group that they're VJ or JVing, break ground on Wynwood co-living project with 29 million loan. Stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't leave. I know, but
Yeah.
having a little fun with the cameras here. Let's why is it not?
There we go.
I want this one. There we go. That's what it looks like. Co-living. What does co-living mean? Let's check it out. With rents rising in Miami at amongst the fastest rates in the nation, a rent by the bed model for co-living allows people to obtain a home for a lower price point, although they have to share kitchens and living rooms with others. Sounds like they're making people go back to fraternities. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say that sounds exactly like a college dorm.
That's pretty. I don't know. It says the building will have 63 apartments, breaking down to about 217 fully furnished co-living beds and approximately 4,500 square feet of retail, ground floor retails. Amenities will include a co-working space, a fitness center, multiple common areas, a rooftop pool, and a landscaped outdoor space. I don't know.
I don't know, because like the whole like.
But think about you, right? Starting off,
Mhm.
just getting out. You're not even finished with your undergrad yet. So, starting wages in any position, in any company, any industry is low, right?
Right.
And this is in a hot neighborhood a work, life, live neighborhood
Mhm.
with great infrastructure, great transport, like being able to transport all over Miami from
Mhm.
there. Also, you have the highways if you want to go, anywhere north or south, Broward, Key West, wherever you want to be. It's easy to get from Wynwood to the airport. This is brand new. You live in a building. You get the great amenities.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'm just kind of seeing it from like my perspective, right? Like it's just, you know, going and you're just kind of like it's just like going back to college, Like
Yeah, but you didn't live in a dorm in college.
not by I got my cousin he goes to Cornell, and I was talking to him and I'm like, what's it like living over there? And he's like, oh, we got like our rooms, and then we have to share the kitchen, we share the cafeteria, we share the laundry, like we share the same rooms, so, like everything like that. So it just sounds almost one to one to that. And he's like, he tells me like a lot of the time you have to kind of, obviously you just got to figure out when is the most traffic in those areas so that you're able to get in. And it's not the same to me as if you were living with roommates, where it's like, everybody knows, like it's you and maybe like max 4 other people. And then you're just like, okay, this is our kitchen. Everybody here, like, you keep it clean, you keep it clean. Everybody keeps everything clean. You can hold those people accountable.
Think about this office space.
Mm-hmm.
We share a kitchen. We share a common area, pool table, nice lobby.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? Yeah, it gets a little messy,
Right.
but I mean, I'm sure fully furnished co-living beds, 217. I want to see it. I want to walk one. I want to see exactly
What it's like.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because is it like a hotel room?
Right.
Like is it small like that or smaller? Is it? I wish I knew that. I wish they told the square footage of the actual rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like do you have your own bathroom and stuff like that, or are you like what are you really sharing?
Right, because like if you're gonna have a room like this, right? Like is it open and then you
Because
just
we
kind of
share a
put beds?
bathroom here.
Yeah,
We
but
share a kitchen
if you're
here.
like living somewhere now and you're gonna be sleeping there,
Okay,
it's
just
like I
imagine
like
if
my
you
sense.
lived right here.
Yeah, but like I
If your
like
bed was right there in the corner.
like me personally, I like my sense of privacy. You know
Because
what
you
I
live
mean?
at home, man.
Yeah, but that's like
That's
the
why
thing.
you like your privacy because you've never been out. You've never had to pay for it. You live at home. You still live in your same room that you grew up in.
Eh.
Of course, you feel relaxed and intimate and
Mm.
cozy, and mom's there. You know what I mean? With dinner waiting when you come home,
Sometimes
breakfast
not.
in the morning, lunch to take to work.
Mm.
Yeah,
No, I mean
but
like
go out there on your wages
mm-hmm.
and try to find that.
No, I mean, and
You
no,
can
don't
either
get me
go in a
wrong. Like,
shady neighborhood
no, like I know
and get your
it's.
own place, or you can go in a brand new
Mm-hmm.
hot neighborhood. Who knows? Maybe there's some hot girls right down the hall for you. you know, I don't know, man. It says Wynwood has transformed from an industrial area to a popular tourist attraction full of street art, dining, and shops. New zoning has allowed for large-scale mixed-use development. Many of the first buildings have been apartment and offices, and rents rival downtown Miami. It's cool stuff, man. I like it. You got any more? You only had one.
No, I got more. So this is coming over from Wall Street Journal, and this is Florida's West Coast cities top the Wall Street Journal's Realtors.com housing index. So what I'm about to talk about right now is just pretty much a Wall Street Journal comes up with a list of cities that are exploding in the market, primarily due to migration, and a lot of those cities that in the top 10, number one sitting there is Naples. Naples, Florida. And then over on number 2, we got at Sarasota.
And I concur to that one because I just did 2 jobs over in Naples, and I was surprised. I was super surprised to see how much. I mean, we usually just work in South Florida, the 3 counties, Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami, and dabble down in Monroe County down with the Keys. But, when you go over to, I hadn't been over to Naples in a while, in a minute. And I was, man, there's just multifamily, brand new buildings everywhere, not on the coast, but more in suburbia.
A little bit inland, yeah.
Yeah, they're east because that's the west coast where the water is. So they're east. And yeah, it's really super surprised.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me that Naples is doing great.
No, I mean, and just to like top it off, over on sixth place is Cape Coral as well. It's
Cape
really
Coral.
Oh, Cape Coral. Yeah, sorry.
Corral.
Corral.
Are you from Texas?
No, I'm from West Kendall.
Yeah.
So Naples area was population had about 393,000 residents. Home sales in 2021 rose 26% from a year earlier, according to the Naples Area Board of Realtors.
Wait, they rose what?
They rose 26% from the year. A year earlier. So
Year over year.
yeah, that's just year over year.
26% single family house assets rose.
Right.
Pretty nice.
And the sale
That's a lot of
price
equity.
of those single family homes rose 20% as well. And they rose to $445,000.
That's the average sale price of
Median.
a house. Median.
Yeah.
445. Remember we read that one? Ralph read that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Pena, he used to be on the podcast, but he hasn't showed up in a while. Hopefully he'll join us one day soon. Big shout out to Ralph Pena, managing director of Colliers, if he's listening out there.
He is.
He said that it was 500,000. Remember in Miami, I think it was, or maybe South Florida, something like that. But 445,000 median average sale price year over year in Naples.
I'm just trying to find, because there was a reason. So the reason why a lot of people are moving to Naples is primarily due to the fact that remote working is much more available now. So people have throughout the article they mentioned that
you can move to anywhere for remote working. Why Naples?
Right. So Naples, because of it's just in the years past, if you were to if you left the Northeast and came to Naples, you would take about a 50% pay cut, and that's the price you would pay to relocate there. But now it's not completely necessary. Households have been drawn to Florida's lower taxes and relaxed COVID-19 policies as well. So those are just contributing factors to people moving down. You're seeing a lot of people going down there that normally would vacation, now choosing to stay because they don't have to worry about losing so much of their income anymore.
No, that makes complete sense. Yeah, I mean, they can go move to Naples, just like the article says, work remotely. I mean, it's the same concept of me and my wife buying a townhouse in Fort Pierce, which is, I can't go and work in our office, our studios here in Miami, right? But since as commercial real estate appraisers, we can work remotely, I can go up there. Even though it's out of kind of South Florida, I can still do my work,
right,
and make the same money.
Exactly,
and it's a lower cost of living up there. Not that I'm moving up there, but it's the same, train of thought.
The same.
Yeah, you're moving somewhere that the cost of living is lower, but you're keeping your same income.
Exactly,
it's brilliant. What else?
So this next article is coming from the South Florida Business Journal, and it's Element Hotel near Miami Airport sold for a discounted price of $20 million. So
what was the list price?
The list price, unfortunately, it doesn't say. It only says what it's sold for, and it sold for $19.95 million to be exact.
Okay, so it's listed for $49 million then.
And
that's a half cut.
Yeah, about. And as well, so to just kind of go over to the numbers, provided a $21.7 million mortgage to the buyer. Price equated to $95,454 per room. There's
how much per room?
$95,454.
$95,000 per key for Hotel Element beside the Miami International Airport.
Yeah, there's 209 rooms in the airport.
There had to be something wrong with this hotel. Because how do you take a 50% cut?
According to the article, it's due to tourism travel and as well COVID-19. So what do I mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Because Miami's been open. If you look at the Miami, and we have these in our reports, the in-plane numbers for, I believe, 2020,
right,
which is a year and a month ago, they were down. But
Yeah.
if you look at what happened last year, we were not, I'm going to say back up,
Mm-hmm.
but we were doing way better than a lot of other cities.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I just wonder if that hotel has
So,
a lot of business
a
travel.
lot of that's what it is. A lot of those hotels around the airport do not rely on so much touristic travel.
Yeah,
It's business travel that
Yeah.
they depend on more than anything.
that makes sense because I know even our company Colliers wasn't for a long time letting the top executives move around and
Mhm.
travel around cross states. So yeah,
That's what it is. So it's
Huh.
and that's what they mentioned here, that a lot of those areas depend primarily on business travel
Mhm,
than touristic travel.
mhm.
So that's the thing. If you and a lot as well, the Miami International Airport cut back a lot of those travelers as well.
Mhm.
So if you were thinking of, oh, it's touristic travel, they should be doing well, then yeah, I would agree with you. But it's business travel that is the market they primarily depend on.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people think about hotels, Friday, Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
but it is that big business travel that fills up the hotel throughout the week. Monday,
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's all business conferences, what have you. So, man, what else does it say? 95,000 per key.
Right, and it sold for 22 million in 2017. So the recent sale was for a loss. The hotel was near the Miami International Airport, like we mentioned. Depends more on business travel and airline industry Patreons than tourists.
Read the title again.
Sure. It is Element Hotel near Miami Airport sold at a discount for $20 million.
Okay, so I was wrong. I thought you meant it sold 20 million under.
No, it sold
for a
less
discount.
for $2 million.
What was it? What was the first? What did it sell in 2017?
22.
22 million.
Mhm.
So 22 million, and then it just sold for 20 million.
Yep.
It took a 9%
Loss.
in the last 5 years. That's 14. That's like 5
Mhm.
years.
So
Okay.
the property,
It's not so bad. I thought 50%, and I was like, wow,
no.
50%. Look, all that we always read the occupancy rates for
Mhm.
hotels, and nationally it was at 50% for the 7 day, and then it dipped down to like 40s in the
Mhm.
40s. And Miami is like continuously, upper 50s to 60s.
So it was
right?
66 in Miami.
Key West is in the high 70s. So I was like, man, this just
Mhm.
doesn't sound right.
Right.
And yeah, it wasn't. It was only a 9% loss.
So the property is 136,177 square feet, 4 stories high, and as well, it was built on 5.2 acres site in 2012. Has a pool and fitness center.
Yeah, Element. That's a good. I mean, I
Mhm.
think Element's Marriott. I think that's
It
under
is.
Marriott.
So it is an extended stay brand owned by Marriott International as
Yeah,
well.
so extended stay, you see that too. That means business. It's for
Mhm.
business guys. And yeah, Element's a good flag. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the brand. I'm sure the management's probably good. And so yeah, that's a direct impact of business travel.
Yep.
That's
I think
interesting, man.
once more and more the country as a whole. I'm not just talking about Florida, but the country as a whole.
We only talk about
The U.S. does not exist, only Florida. But like once the country begins to allow, begins to open up a bit more, and businesses start reactivating their business travel programs, and executives start going in again, I think the people that bought this property are probably going to be very, very happy once business execs start traveling to Miami.
Yeah, but no one knows. That's the uncertainty. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about uncertainty. Can you look up, see when the Fed is doing their meeting? I think the Fed is meeting today. I think they're to come out and talk about
Mortgage prime rates,
mortgage increases. Because what they're saying is that the single family housing market was so frothy that one way to kind of help reduce inflation would be to ease off on the secondary market for the Fed's buying mortgage-backed bonds. That's what happens with single-family homes. The banks just bundle this stuff together, and then it goes to the second market, and they're sold off there. So if they stop being able to sell them,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to hold them on their if the banks can't get rid of them, then the
Right.
banks aren't going to loan as much money, and then
They're
interest
actually
rates go
meeting
up.
today and tomorrow. So it's a 2-day meeting.
Is that what it says right there?
Yep. So they're
Read it,
going to be
read it.
having the Federal Open Market Committee holds its regular 2-day meetings on the 25th and the 26th of January. So between
Is
today
that
and
all it
tomorrow.
says?
Yeah.
What's it say right below it?
Corporate market rates for January 25th.
Yeah, are.
So prime rate was still at 3.25 when I checked it.
Uh-huh.
But these are just some leading mortgage firms that are still doing it.
Right.
Still having it pretty low, between 3.02. First Mortgage Direct is at 3.25. Homefinity is actually above at 3.5. Same thing with Blue Spot Home Loans.
So that's where they're getting their 3.25 right there, because
Mhm.
you're bracketed 3.0, 3.50. All right, cool, man. So I got one more article that's pretty cool. Always like, I try to stay away from talking about other firms, but I like entrepreneurs, and I like when people take it in their own hands and create something. So it says boutique brokerages join together to form national multifamily firm. And these guys were with it says a group of boutique brokers across the country have joined together to form a new firm that focuses on multifamily sales and financing as an investor appetite for apartments remains robust. We always talk about it. I mean, here's a whole brokerage just being based on that. The group launched New York City-based GREA, an acronym for Global Real Estate Advisors, last week. GREA, with 11 offices from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Portland, Oregon, has 61 brokers and is one of the largest privately held multifamily brokerage firms in the United States. 4 of the offices formerly were part of Greystone. In addition, the operations in Philadelphia and Portland had considered joining Greystone, but opted for a new firm instead. So I guess it says many of them worked together under a joint venture agreement with a national platform that was more focused on debt instead of investment sales. And they were not collaborating the way they wanted to in order to serve their clients in the best manner possible. So they decided to form their own national platform. And about 6 months ago, they accomplished their goals. The multifamily market has proven to be resilient throughout the pandemic, and all signs point to a continued strength in the sector. So there was really nothing stopping them. What's interesting is when it says right here, there's a couple talks about the brokers can what does it say? Oh, it said the brokerages came together before Greystone laid out its plan in October to sell a chunk of its operations to a global firm, Cushman & Wakefield. So Cushman & Wakefield was going to buy a big chunk of Greystone. And Greystone and Cushman finalized their joint venture last month. Cushman investing $500 million to acquire Greystone's multifamily agency, lending and federal housing administration lines of business. So I guess these guys said, "Hey, we don't want to go to Cushman. It's our time to break out, come together, start our own thing."
Like the Beatles,
I guess, man. So they consolidated to create GREA. It includes National Apartment Advisors, Greystone SG, Brown Realty Advisor, HFO Investment Real Estate, Rittenhouse Realty Advisors, and Bell Real Estate Advisors. GRE is, which also has offices in Atlanta, Georgia, Austin, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, all over the place. There's a couple of offices that will transition into the new brand. I think it's cool. I think I applaud these guys, even though, I work for Colliers. We've got a great multifamily team here in Miami. We've got a great multifamily team for commercial real estate appraisers in Miami and globally, nationally, globally. But I just like when people don't like what's going on, or, this is business. Their firm was being bought or being sold to another big firm, and they were just like, "Yo, we're not having it. We've got the skills and the expertise to start and join our own." So I tip my hat to those guys, and I hope them the best luck. It's pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, like you mentioned, I just like it when people, get something, get like a problem, and then rather like, "Oh man, that's it. Just put your hands up. they formulate a plan and they're like, okay, let's just all come together right now. Let's make this huge multifamily
Let's all come
firm.
together now and go to work. Let's do it. All right, Miami, South Florida. Have a beautiful day. Chris, have a good day. Everyone, have a good day.
Bye, everybody.